to say, man? What's there to say? Tough loss, embarrassing loss. It's not okay. I'm not happy about it. You're up 17-0. You have a 17-3 lead going into the fourth quarter, and this is how it ends. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot of reactions, unfortunate news, unfortunate updates. But man, I just want to talk about Derek Carr first. It's tough. So he left the game early with a shoulder injury, was listed as questionable to return, then was ruled out for the game. Saints had a 17-0 lead over the Packers heading into that drive, or after that drive, when Carr got hurt on a sack. I've been trying to say this forever. Offensive line has to be better. I said this last week. I said it in the pregame, and I even said it in week 1. You got to limit the freaking pressures. Otherwise, Derek Carr is going to get hurt. And this operation is only as successful as Derek Carr allows it to be. If you don't have Derek Carr, team's going to suffer. When you run it with Jameis Winston and he's not playing great, like I'm not going to sit here and say it's all his fault. Got thrown in at the end, but they couldn't finish the drives. It's really upsetting. It's really unfortunate. I'm really not happy about how this game ended up. Derek Carr, he was seen walking off by himself. Seemed like he could manage the weight. He could, it was a shoulder injury, so it's not like it. We're going to be on top of all of this, guys. We're going to be monitoring the situation closely. Otherwise, it's going to have to be Jake Haener / Jameis Winston season. I mean, Haener's facing a suspension right now. Until you get him back, it's not going to be much better. Carr is out 5 weeks. This is what I'm seeing in the live chat of our show. I'm not seeing that on Twitter. He's being, right now, another update around Derek Carr. His right shoulder injury, which is his throwing arm, he's being evaluated at a local hospital. So that's the update around Derek Carr. Cesar Ruiz also, he was ruled out with a concussion early on in today's game, meaning James Hurst had to come in and fill in at guard. Didn't go well. A lot of pressure to Derek Carr. A lot of problems for the backfield. Kendre Miller couldn't get anything going. I mean, only 34 yards on the ground. Tony Jones Jr., 31. Taysom Hill, 12. We're going to be on top of all the updates. So subscribe for more updates, news, rumors, all sorts of that stuff. It's not good. The outlook right now is not looking amazing. But what I can tell you right now is we're going to be on top of it. If there's anything that we need to do, if there's anything that we need to take care of, if there's anything news, rumors, updates-wise, we're going to make a video. We're going to make it short. If there's anything crazy, we're going to go live. We're going to talk about it. So do not miss out on any updates around Derek Carr, Cesar Ruiz, anything. Alvin Kamara will be back next week, so that's going to help the team out a little bit. But subscribe if you want more updates and news. All in all, just kind of some thoughts, man. The first half was awesome. The first half looked really good. Rashid Shaheed, an incredible 76-yard punt return for a touchdown. I thought that was awesome. It was actually the first touchdown return, or it was actually the first punt return for a touchdown for New Orleans since September 22nd in 2019 at the Seattle Seahawks. Pretty interesting that it took that long. I'm not going to lie, even since last season, when you saw Rashid Shaheed finally start getting some special team reps, I thought he was going to break away. Every game, it seemed like he was that much closer to breaking away. He finally did. I want to see that happen again. I want to see Rashid Shaheed continue to prove to be an absolute just menace for opposing head coaches. I want to see that Rashid Shaheed give headaches to coaches around the league because he's not just a wide receiver. He's not just a punt returner. He's not just a fast guy who can hold the ball. He is a legitimate weapon who can be a huge impact on this game. And I wish he would have gotten a little bit more involved, especially in the latter half of the game. Alontae Taylor today played absolutely out of his mind. I mean, just in terms of looking at some of his stats for the defense, Alontae Taylor, 5 tackles, a sack, 2 tackles for loss, 5 pass breakups, and a quarterback hit. Alontae Taylor had a lights-out game. Filled in incredibly well for Paulson Adebo, who was out today. Issac Yiadom, or no, well, I guess he played in the slot. Issac Yiadom filled in for Paulson Adebo, and he finished with 5 catches, or 5 tackles, 4 pass breakups on the day. He did let up that touchdown. It's tough, man. It's really tough to see this team blow a lead like this, and this score is wrong. I apologize about that. But the thing about it is, it's just embarrassing. I know it's almost as embarrassing having the score wrong. I'm in shambles. I'm not going to lie. I really am. This is a very upsetting loss because up until Derek Carr got hurt, your team was firing on a lot of cylinders. The offense was moving really, really well. It seems like the chemistry was finally there. It feels like the team started to get an offensive identity. I'm going to be honest. I don't know who to place the blame on, whether it's the offense for not scoring points when Jameis was in, whether it's the defense for not stopping drives and letting up embarrassingly bad drives late in the game. Dennis Allen for some stupid penalties. Like, I don't know. I don't know who's to blame, but I want you to let me know who's to blame because I'm just upset. I'm pissed off about this game. Like, as a Saints fan, I'm pissed off. Some people in the live chat saying, didn't you guys want Winston? There, you got it. Well, here's the thing. No, we wanted Winston as the backup. We wanted Derek Carr as the starter. Like, what I will say is Saints fans right here, we're not going to turn this into a F Jameis Winston, trade him. He sucks. He's the worst thing. F him. No, because here's your backup quarterback. Taysom Hill. I'd rather have Jameis Winston than Taysom Hill as my quarterback. I'm sorry. Taysom Hill's a great football player. He's not a quarterback. We're not going to play this game. We're not going to play crud, where Jameis. We're not going to play that nonsense. We're going to be smart fans here. We're going to be a little bit upset, obviously, but we're not going to throw away everything that this team could potentially have in terms of a backup quarterback. Because do you really want Jake Haener to start whenever he gets back from his PED suspension? Do you really want Taysom Hill to be your starting quarterback? No. Taysom Hill is best used in his role as a weapon and as a flex player. The wide receiver or that flex fantasy football position, he is the embodiment of that in real life. So I'm not going to sit here and tease and play into this idea of trade Jameis, he sucks. We need this team's blowing up. Right now, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I'm simply not going to. As a person who talks about the Saints a lot, and as a person who watches every single football game for the New Orleans Saints, is very plugged into what's going on with the team. I'm not going to play that game. But just some reactions from some of the viewers in our watch party today. We only got really one. For anyone who ever questioned Derek Carr's importance to this team, you just witnessed it. The momentum and the belief left the Saints when Carr went out. It's impossible to disagree, Wild One. Again, it was an ugly loss. The Saints had no business losing that game. You should have won that game. The fact that you lost it to Jordan Love is pretty embarrassing. I'm personally not a fan of Jordan Love. I think that he made some good throws, as any NFL quarterback would. I mean, Davis Mills makes good throws here and there. I'm sorry, but Andy Dalton, Trevor Siemian, he made a good throw here and there. That doesn't mean they're good quarterbacks. They got beat. You beat yourself. You let the Panthers beat you. And at the end of the day, you embarrassed your team. You embarrassed your organization. You embarrassed the city of New Orleans. You embarrassed the state of Louisiana. And quite frankly, embarrassed the fan base because that was an unacceptable loss. Only thing you can do from here is move forward. Can't make excuses about it. Team got hurt. Team lost. Team didn't look good. No excuse. There's nothing else you can say. There's nothing else you can do. There's nothing else we can really say about it. Not happy. It sucks. Really not looking forward to pushing this video out and getting a bunch of chirps and a bunch of comments. But to all over, how many? I mean, we had over 60,000 people. We had 63,000 people in our live chat today. Shout out to all of y'all who joined our live show. If you want more live game day coverage, live reactions, live analysis, subscribe. Join us next week for Saints vs. Buccaneers. Hopefully that's going to be a win. Falcons lost today. If you would have won today, that would have been a really nice win to get on top of the division, but can't make it happen. So, Saints fans, that sucks. But on to the next. You live to fight another day. You ain't going undefeated. You never were. And let's move on to the next week. clean up, brush the dirt off, move on, all right? As always, y'all stay golden. We'll see you next time. I'm sorry the energy's low, but just really not happy about this game.